Hello, greetings. And today is the 14th of the 12th. I wanted to communicate about the mirror energies that we're experiencing at the moment. So I first was given some information about this on the 7th. I was told that we are entering role reversal energies. So we'll be swapping roles. So I didn't really understand that properly at the time. I was asking questions like, what does this mean for the collective? What does this mean for me specifically? And it was that the people that are calm will then become stressed. The people that are stressed will become calm. It was like you would have the opportunity to experience the opposite. So in preparation for the rose gold template, which will fully come into play on the 22nd of December, I was told as a collective, at that point, we are going to sort of move off a tangent. So on the 22nd, it's almost like we'll take a whole new direction as a collective. So it's like we're all being given the opportunity at the moment to view things from a different perspective. So later on, I was told about the mirror energies. So on the 9th, I was beginning to be told about the mirror energies. So it's another aspect, another way of seeing these role reversals. So on the 9th, I was told the beginning and the end, the mirror point. This is an age to find personal balance. The term role reversal need not be confusing. It's a finding of opposing forces, of juxtaposition, seeking out of the compromise, the yin and the yang. You can find your own personal opposite forces. You can be your own balance. This is the choice point. So this is leading up to the 22nd of December, this choice point that we have coming up. It's kind of the culmination of all of this learning and this opportunity to see things from a different perspective that we're being given now. So it's seeking out your opposite to bring yourself into personal balance. We're in the height of these mirror energies, and as you open your mind, you will come into the knowing of what you need to do for your own peace in this collective journey. So it was almost like we're all being given the opportunity to view with the mirror energies. It's like we can see more clearly, we can see a different perspective, we can see the opposing perspective, we can see other people that might be reflecting back to us what we can do better. So you might observe in others behavior that you think, oh gosh, I do that. That's something that I could rectify. It's just lots of opportunities to make new choices. So that coming up to the 22nd as a collective, we can go off on this new tangent. It was like, sometimes I see like timelines that we can actually jump onto another one. But with this, it was like the timeline for humanity would take a tangent and go off at a different angle. So on the 10th, I was told about these rose gold rays coming in and the Christos energy and the Trinity energy. And I was told about coming into balance and harmony. So these rose gold rays that were coming through were an aid to coming into balance and harmony. And I was also told about the blue ray. So I'd been seeing the blue star of Sirius and these blue strong energies coming in. And that was specific on the new moon. But this blue ray, I was told the stage is almost complete and we'll be coming into the violet ray stage next. And the blue ray was specifically regarding the throat and speaking our truth, speaking up to create the change that we want to see in the world. On the 13th of December, I was doing some clearing, energy clearing work. I was within meditation and I was connecting in. And what I was shown was myself and a friend of mine within this mirrored sphere. And I was told that this mirrored sphere was in a specific location on Earth and the mirror energy was cleansing that area. And I've never seen that before. It was like a mirrored ball and it was divided in half, almost like a yin and a yang. So it was this mirror energy was working on the Earth at this time. And I got the impression that all of this was linked to the cosmos and the energy of the planets, their specific location at this time. I was told this morning at 2:00 when I was waking up about this mirror energy. So I got some more details. So in much the same way that we're told we can't recognize happiness without sadness, I was told you cannot recognize success unless you fail. So it's when you feel that you're having these points of failing in your life, don't see that as failure. Don't see that as yourself being limited. See that as an opportunity. So like sometimes that we can repeat these behaviors and these cycles and these patterns, and we are given the opportunity to see them at this point with these mirror energies through a clearer lens, through a clearer perspective. So it gives us the opportunity to understand how we can better actually shift that permanently, just to understand what's causing it, the seed point of it, how it happens, and how we can actually make that change permanently. We can sort of come across this over and over and over again until we get to the point where we're ready to shift it, and then we go into a different cycle. So when you come to a point where you're failing, that as a mirror point now where we are, you can remember and look back and think, how did I do that better in the past? What was my solution to this when I came across this point at that time? So how can I better do this next time I come across this point? So this is what the mirror gateway of the 1212 portal is allowing us this opportunity to do and see now. As we see in others the qualities that we have worked on and overcome, or perhaps are still in need of mastering, we are allowing ourselves the opportunity of personal growth. If we are treated in a way which saddens our heart, when we see abuse and suffering in the world, do not allow this to harden your heart. Use this as an opportunity to see and highlight how you want to be treated by others and how you will treat others in return. So rather than allowing that experience to harden you and build a shell around you, allow that as an opportunity for your heart to expand and to do things differently for others. So if you feel rejected, then make a huge and big extra effort to allow others to feel included. So we need to strive to be all we want to see in this world, or the world we want to see will never become a reality. Do not let your own pain to allow you to perpetuate the suffering for others. So this is how we really be the change we want to see in the world. And I think that's the key point, not to allow your own pain to perpetuate the suffering for others. We might feel we have a long way to go to be all we want to see. The trick is not to get caught in the perpetual loops of negative behaviour and to recognise what no longer serves our highest good. At this time, it would be beneficial to use some mantras. So, for example, I release all suffering from my energy field. Anything which is within your field, which may have been perpetually looping, that you can see, name, recognize, and then give yourself the opportunity to set an intention and an affirmation to release that at this time. So finally, what I was told was on the 12th of the 12th, this mirror gateway, which will shine a light on all that we have been working on and allows us to take a step away from who we have been. And as we're passing through this energetic, up until the 22nd, which is the solstice of the 12th, we are working on all of this change up until that point. And at that point, once those individual decisions have been made, that is what sends us off at this tangent and we are given the opportunity to create something new. Okay, so just using this mirror energy at the moment for clearer sight, to see all angles, to see ourselves in our true nature, not to judge ourselves harshly, but to use any failures as a guidance for success in the future, and to see the reverse of situations, just to allow us to see it with clarity. One final piece of information which came through today, what I was shown was the mirrored sphere again around me. It was almost like a yin yang sort of wavy line around the middle, so sort of showing me that it's this mirrored sphere. And then what was told was to use heart energy, so the heart-centered energy, to expand out. And as I did that, what I saw was this mirrored sphere kind of shattering like glass. The message being that to break out of this system that we're seeing, that we're being shown, this mirrored sort of, this mirroring is showing us these patterns that we've been sort of looping in and perpetuating. And to break out of this now, we have to do it through the heart. So every time you come into a challenging situation, to go back into the heart space, just to take a moment and think, how can I deal with this through love? What is the loving reaction to this? How do I do this from love? So that was the final little bit of information that came through, and I'm hoping that some of this is useful to somebody out there, and sending you all lots of love and looking forward to this 22nd portal date. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.